Welcome to the bold analysis. I want to agree with my friends who say that it is time for the government to stop the opulence, the populistic portrayals, and look at the real things. I want to say that Ndindi Nyoro is posted something in his Twitter page, and he was actually saying that it will take them 3 weeks from now, one, to jail the COVID billionaires, and number two, they will go after Uhuru Kenyatta's family. And according to them, I think if you check that tweet, if you check his Twitter, you will see that information there. It was posted like less than 24, yes, it was posted some 21 hours ago. And I saw the reaction. When I saw that tweet, I have seen the reaction on Kenyans replying to that tweet. So what I ask, number one, is that what do you think is the kind of message that Ndindi Nyoro is trying to portray? And even if indeed they are going after COVID billionaires, what do you think makes the COVID billionaires thing, the fight, become so easy that it is one that is going to be fought easily? And again, why would Ndindi Nyoro insinuate that they are going after Uhuru Kenyatta's family? Ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. Guys, my name is Kevin Oduor. I know many people I saw someone asking the comment. My name is Kevin Oduor. Now, we are running a fundraiser to purchase a camera that is worth 80,000 to help the Bold team, support the Bold production team so that we can have 2 cameras and facilitate the interviews and get quality content. So we are running that fundraiser. It's a special one for us, the loyalists and supporters of the Bold analysis. As of by the time I was shooting this video, I had gathered 20,000 out of the 80,000 that is needed. So the balance is only 60,000. We are ending it on 22nd of this month, November. You can donate. The number is up there, 0710 62 78 89, Kevin Oduor. And I want to say thank you for those who have been sending as little as 20, 50, 100, and thousands. William, thank you very much, brother. 6,000 donation. I also want to thank you, Nderitu. Yes, Nderitu, for 10,000 shillings donation from US. Thank you. And may God bless those of us who are also doing it in a special way. We believe that 10 days will pull this home. Ndindi Nyoro is sending a message. But I want to tell you that Ruto's government seems to be planning, or rather just crafting schemes to divert people's attentions. There is a bid to divert people's attention, because from that tweet, go and check that Ndindi Nyoro's Twitter page. People are actually saying that the priority and what you promised us was the price of unga and lowering the standard of living. In your own manifesto, and even the spirit of implementing that manifesto, Ruto's government, and in the manifesto, they said that giving financial autonomy to the investigator, to the police, and also boosting the financial capacity of the judiciary is one of the interventions, is their main intervention to curb corruption and make sure that corruption cases are fast-tracked. And Rigathi Gachagua is on record saying that never again shall the police and the investigation agencies be used to settle political scores. And I want to believe, number one, Ndindi Nyoro is not the investigator. He is neither in the police, he's neither from the judiciary, but as a politician. Now, the image of a politician coming out to comment about that and seems to make a political statement, for me, contradicts what is the official position of Ruto and the government. I don't know whether someone might look at it that way. And so when that comes out, there is something that you can see, that someone is trying to divert attention. Maybe because you know that KEMSA scandal was popular and Kenyans know, the COVID billionaires, of course, and Kenyans know what is going on. I want to believe that the person that maybe will pull a trigger is the new CS for health, who is from Trans Nzoia. But it seems a trigger is coming from the political class. And then the state capture thing seems not to be getting its meaning, in its rightful meaning. But I want to tell you one thing. Politicians from Mount Kenya are now being starved of their relevance, or they're losing their popularity because of simple reason. What elevated the vocal politicians around President William Ruto was the antagonism, confrontational politics on demeaning the presidency of Uhuru Kenyatta. And they went to build and make a name in central Kenya by telling them how President Uhuru Kenyatta was a bad president. But now, after the election, the President Uhuru Kenyatta is no longer in the picture. So people are lacking the punching bag. They are lacking the excuse. They are lacking the name. And this should be very worrying. I can tell you that in the next general election, either President Uhuru Kenyatta will be inactive or he will not be playing any active role. He will not be there to play any active role. So what exactly that would mean is that they will lack that relevance. You know, in central Kenya, it was easy. You go and say Raila is a witch, Raila is this, Raila is that. And two, Uhuru Kenyatta has done nothing to the mountain. And by convincing the youth that Uhuru was the biggest problem to them, you will make a name. And so the Ndindi Nyoros are feeling like they don't have a stake anymore. And that is why someone wants to pull a trigger. But then, in my P analysis, someone said, I was talking to someone who said, Kevin, wait and think about it this way. Could it be that the President Uhuru Kenyatta, President William Ruto, is also feeling uncomfortable by the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta indirectly trying to decline the East African job? And maybe Uhuru Kenyatta would want to play an active role in Azimio la Umoja's politics after this election, so that they would influence the transition, or rather an election in 2027. Is someone feeling uncomfortable and then we just want to take Uhuru Kenyatta head on? Or this is just a move to create firewalls? Because what I can say is this, guys, the COVID billionaires, and I am not supporting the fact that a corruption scandal, but one thing I say is that if you are doing it, you push it the way it has really been said, then you need to diligently follow it to the letter. But again, if you do it in the spirit of pulling the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta into the fold, then it lacks the merit. And that is not something that will work best in the interest of the fight against corruption. In fact, when you go for KEMSA and you try invoking President Uhuru Kenyatta's name there, do you know what you're saying? You're actually either directing the attention of Kenyans from the real issues of the campaign trail, or two, you're directing attention of Kenyans from other corruption scandals that might emerge. You know, there are many scandals, there are many corruption cases that are going on. So when you attract the attention of the country to a scandal that was bringing the name of President Uhuru Kenyatta in the fold, then you're simply not really giving the mainstream agenda, the mainstreaming on corruption. There are small fish around. There are corruption. In Sia County, there's a corruption scandal involving 800 million. So these are all things that are unstable. Now, lastly, I want to finish by saying this. The investigator is on trial. And what I can also see is the investigator, the DCI and the team, someone is trying to trigger them, to ask them either to pull the files, number one. Number two is to test whether they are up to the task. Because I'm telling you, they are being put in very uncomfortable positions. Some of the people in the investigative agencies, some of those people got their jobs because of Uhuru Kenyatta's call. So now they're being told that, look here, you need to go after Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't know, because if this file is going to be investigated swiftly in the next 3 weeks by Ndindi Nyoro, that makes sense, because Ndindi Nyoro has political immunity, and so he is not. But these people who will go after Uhuru Kenyatta's family and will go after who and after who, it does not really work. It does not really work. And for the investigator, it's a point, it's a time for them to answer the questions on, are they really willing to face it to the latter? It's something that we are waiting to see how this will play out. But again, this is Kenya. You know, maybe the people now that are coming in, the new faces that are coming in, they found out one thing, that maybe there are money somewhere. Money is being kept somewhere, and you need to pull these triggers. At least you can be called and you become the good mediator. You know, if money is still somewhere and you want to investigate and you're the one person who is vocal, you become vocal, then the people that are guilty look for you and you become bribable, and through that you get your relevance. You know, that's also a possibility. And one thing I wait to see is whether they really mean the fight against corruption, because that's the weakest link. And that is one thing that I want to believe. It will take the goodwill from the president himself. It will not take giving money to the police and giving money to the judges, or rather giving money to the courts. And that's my bold.
Expand your client base using AI. Zuri.k matches service providers by showcasing their services to potential clients online. It's free.